We've been taking a look at one of the local organizations that's very active in St. Clair, the Rotary Club of St. Clair. Joining us now is one of the past presidents, Mr. Hale Walker. And Hale, you've got a project that's coming up, it's starting, which is called the Imagination Station Rebuild, right?
We certainly do.
What's it all about?
Well, Paul, it's really very exciting because, you know, I have a unique opportunity working in Port Huron.
Yep.
And not necessarily spending all my time in St. Clair. In talking to business owners or government leaders, philanthropy leaders, when they talk about the city of St. Clair, and when I say the city of St. Clair and the surrounding townships, there's really sort of a special reverence and respect for the city of St. Clair. And when you think about it, and sometimes your viewers overlook it because we live right here.
Correct.
But with the assets that we have, with our beautiful waterway, and everybody knows what's happening right now with the St. Clair Inn, and there's so many good things that we have a responsibility to take care of those assets.
Correct.
And one of them is the Imagination Station.
Wow.
You know, I've talked to other Rotary clubs, not only in our area of St. Clair County, but outside the county. And very few have had the projects that have joined together the entire community the way in 1994 that project did. So to not take care of it would be a shame. And so with the City Rec Department and Therese Hawkins, her leadership, they've really identified what needs to happen to upgrade it. And there's a few different issues. One happens to be that simply the rules and regulations for playgrounds over time has changed, and we need to take that into consideration.
The color of your hair.
Thank you very much. Well, you're going to have that opportunity because at some point we're going to show the film of what you put together in 1994.
That's right.
And let me tell you, my friend, there's been some changes on you also. So Paul, it becomes safety issues, and then I really regret not bringing an email that this week Therese got from an individual who's a husband and wife team who have been taking it upon themselves to make little repairs.
Oh my God.
When there's areas, maybe people are getting splinters, maybe bolts are coming loose, that type of thing. It was really awesome to see that. So that's really, with the leadership of Dan Lockwood, St. Clair Rotary President, and the team, we talked to the Rotary Club to be able to take them back in time, remember what we did in 1994, and to be able to step up and take a lead role. We're certainly going to need a lot of help to be able to bring the Imagination Station where we'd like it. But
you brought it's a good segue to show the movie. You mentioned the movie that was made in 1994 by a Rotary member, by Mr. Paul Leidy, and we are going to show that to you right now, and then we'll come back and talk more about how the public can help.
That'll be great fun.
Let's take a look at that right now.
In the fall of 1993, the St. Clair Rotary Club approached several community groups about a very special project for the city of St. Clair. The project involved the construction of a playground for our area's children. The children would put their ideas into the design of the playground, and volunteers of all ages would help build it. This is the story of how this dream became a reality.
Tom Acton. Our cop.
I guess my duty tonight is to introduce our general foreman, and when I heard who had volunteered, I think I was even more delighted, and we should be more delighted with Joe Rogers. Thank you.
To get it resolved. There's no resolving right now, so we're going to move on. We're going to move on to the Children's Committee, and Karen Alley's going to come up here and talk a little bit about that.
May not be a Children's Committee if we don't fight.
Let's all think positive. Children's Committee, if what you want is an update, we've had nothing but a positive response from the people that I've had help on the committees and from the kids that were involved.
We've put together between 75 and 80 children that are going to meet with the associate that comes to design. They will be at Eddie's school. They will meet for about an hour with him. They will be there to design them the mural.
By the name of Dennis Will. He came to us from New York, and he is very involved in the designing of the Imagination Station that's going to be built in Gray Park. And he needs your help, and he's going to share information with you this morning, so I'm going to turn it right over to Dennis and let him carry on, because I don't know exactly what he's going to do. I'm going to do it also. Dennis?
Thank you a lot. I'm a designer. How many people would like a periscope on the playground? So you can sort of peek around and see what else is going on. Okay, great idea. Okay. Slides about this high. Now, the slides are... Okay. We better have more than one swing. What would you say?
I would say we could put a curly slide in it.
I think that's a great idea. And what I need to do is collect ideas from all the kids. Let's hear some of those ideas.
Austin? A playhouse.
A playhouse, great idea.
A pirate ship.
Pirate ship, great idea too.
An octopus.
An octopus. What would the octopus, maybe an octopus next to the pirate ship? Sort of climbing up the side of the...
Maybe all the tentacles could be slides.
Octopus, like what we can have fun on.
Okay.
A shark.
A shark.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would pick one of those things that you could jump up. There's like, they're little triangles and you jump on them and then they go back and forth.
A zip wire?
Yeah.
How many of you would like a zip wire?
What's a zip wire?
It's like a trolley and there's a beam up above
Yeah,
and there's a track and you slide from one end to the other by holding onto this little triangle.
Have a lag tight. Those are the kind of things that can be forgotten about. The other issue with Friends of the Playground is the source of labor. Now, I understand that you have a large DPW. All right.
All 8 of them.
Right. Well, 8 people is not enough to get the new ground covering into the playground. You need a source of labor. It's also they have other jobs. You know, if there's something else going on, the ground cover is delivered. You got to get it in there. They've got some other emergency to deal with. What do? You have a Friends of the Playground committee. Now they can function. All you need is a committee. They don't have to do the labor. They can recruit the Lions Club, the Rotary Club, the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, high school service organizations. There's a lot of different ways that can be structured. You just want to have one in place. You want to have some independent group that's not tied to anything else, to any other city function perhaps, that can assume some responsibility for maybe not inspection, but maintenance, and provide labor. Sealing the playground is one important area. You can seal the playground with
What are they going to come off of? The transformer right there. So we're going to have to trench to
I
here.
put the pole and the meter right next to the transformer.
Okay.
Let Russell then bring the temporary down here.
Uh-huh. It's just a matter of you want it fairly close to the site, but you want it close enough to here that you're not using up all your electrical. Let's say that we're going to put it right in here. Extension cords together.
Hundreds of volunteers took time off work and school to help build a 10,000 square foot playscape in St. Clair. Many hands made for light work as the project was completed in just 5 days. The Imagination Station has swings, slides, and climbing towers and was designed in part by St. Clair area kids. Headline News local edition reporter Paul Miller has more.
In the movie Field of Dreams, the catchphrase was, if you build it, they will come. Well, in St. Clair over the weekend, it was, if they come, they will build it. And they did. An entire elaborate playground built entirely by volunteers in the span of just a few days.
It's interesting. We've got the kids, we've got retirees, we've got people who have taken vacation days off from their normal jobs, and the turnout's been great. You'll see somebody that you'll know from your own place of employment. They come at lunchtime, changed into their work clothes, so it's going neat. You find things you never knew you could do before.
We're either all crazy or we're all dedicated to our kids and grandkids, and I've got a 4-year-old grandkid, and this is a marvelous concept for her to be able to enjoy. And that's, I think, why, and it's also bringing the whole community from both the township, and we've got people from Richmond, Romeo, relatives and friends, and it really is a lot of fun. And it's a lot of fun to work with different people.
Because we're all crazy about children, and we all want to be out here and get this playground built for our kids because we love them. And for the place, everybody says there should be a place for children to go. Well, now there will be. Right from the beginning, people were very enthusiastic, saying, what can I do? I mean, people were calling us and saying, what could I do? What kind of food can I make? What kind of, when can I be there? It's just wonderful. A big, big help has been the high school students. They have been here promptly 8 o'clock every morning, and they are doing the back-breaking work. They are carrying the cement and the gravel and the fiber. They are moving it.
I would say that 70% of the people have no major experience in doing it, at least. Well, they seem to enjoy the camaraderie of working together in a community.
Oh my goodness, some of the ladies are like, I can go home and use my husband's router. So they're all excited. They can come in the second, third day and say, well, now I'm skilled. You can put skilled on my tag.
I think people that have never used a router are in there using a router, and people that have never used a circular saw are doing that, and it's great.
The elaborate playground at Gregg Park, an entire volunteer effort which started with the Rotary Club in St. Clair but quickly spread to other parts of the community. Funds were raised and the playground built entirely by volunteers. At Gregg Park in St. Clair, I'm Paul Miller, Headline News, Local Edition.
Where are you from?
Did we have fun?
Yeah!
Are we coming back?
Yeah!
What?
We've got one classroom to come back, and so this is the second.
Tight enough down here.
kids. I can't thank you enough.
What a phenomenal movie. I love the music. Didn't you like the music?
Oh, it was terrific.
But it really told the story of how the community got together.
You know, one of the things that I didn't expect when we presented this at Rotary was the emotion. What I expected was concerns about spending the money, how we're going to raise the money, how are we going to get people to physically get involved. But I will tell you, Paul, and I say that because I know you were there, it almost brought people to tears when they saw the film and you saw someone like Karen Alley, who was a young, new teacher who was very involved, getting her students' input on what we needed and getting people physically involved. Karen today is now, her son that was in it is now my son-in-law. He has 4 children, and their children are playing on that playground. Then you heard Rob Gunn talk, and Rob, who led it, talked about stories of getting his father involved, who wouldn't leave.
Right.
So I think we have another opportunity just to be a lot of fun, getting people together, and with that common goal of taking care of our assets, I think is tremendous.
So the Rotary Club of St. Clair is kicking off this project this spring, and it'll be wanting to have participation from the public. How are they going to reach you? How are they going to contact you?
Well, you can contact either myself. You can get a hold of me anytime on my cell phone, which is 810-434-7598. You can contact St. Clair Rotary, or you can also get a hold of Paul Dingelman.
Okay, he's on listed number, but yeah, we will put that up, and we'll continue to have you come back throughout the summer. And when is the build or the rebuild hope to be completed?
So it's a big project. So
right.
Really what the plan is to take ourselves back to exactly the type of organization that was done at the beginning. We want to go back into the schools and get input. If we have to replace certain standalone segments of the playground, what is it today that somebody's going to be interested in? So we need feedback from parents, we need feedback from grandparents, children. You know, and the other thing I would say, Paul, is there are viewers that are watching this right now who think that this doesn't pertain to them because maybe they don't have the wherewithal to give financially. And I would argue that we need everybody to get involved, no matter what the situation is, because you can spend a little time. You can help people, give them water, feed them, or drive a nail.
Okay. Hale Walker, we'll have you back and talk more about the refurbishing, I can't say
rebuild,
it.
that's okay.
Thank you. Your rebuild's a heck of a lot easier for me to say at my age, with my hair falling out too. That's the brief look with Hale Walker at what's going on at the Imagination Station. We'll give you more updates throughout the summer.
Thanks for watching Focus with Paul Dingeman. Focus is produced at the CTV Community Television Studios in St. Clair. For over 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter to our community.